Hello, Gadi. Thank you here for joining me. Thank you very much for a great presentation you gave at the OPSWAT event here in Israel. I would like it if we could talk a little bit in English for our global audience about your experiences using our product. But let's start first with who you are, and maybe tell us a little bit about yourself and your company.
So I'm Gadi Marglit. I'm the Chief Information Security Officer of Shva in Masav. It's automatic banking services and banking clearing center. There are twin companies that in Israel work on all the clearings of credit cards and transfer of money between bank accounts.
Okay. And so this is so these companies do all the clearances for all of Israel.
90-something% of the clearance in Israel is done via this company.
Okay. And obviously you're going to have a lot of cybersecurity concerns to make sure that you're providing the safest environment
obviously
possible. Right.
We want to be secure and keep the information intact.
Okay. So maybe share with us a little bit about the use cases you had, the situations you had that led you to look at OPSWAT as a solution.
As a company, we are using, we have different computers for the internet and for working internally. We have no connection between the machines. So if I want to get a file downloaded, whether it's a PDF or it's an installation software, anything, I need to put it in sanitization before it goes into the organization.
Okay.
Since we work with a lot of companies, we also get a lot of files from there, and all the files are moving using the CyberArk Vault solution.
Right.
And we needed a solution that would be able to scan these files and check them.
Okay.
We had a solution that we chose, and we had a lot of problems with stability, with false positive. Things were coming in, and after several hours you were asked where my files are, and we cannot, we must have a stable solution, because if the bank accepts the money transaction until 2 p.m.
2 p.m. your deadline.
Then I cannot get the file in 2 and 5 minutes and say it was in the sanitation for half an hour,
right,
or whatever, or the system got stuck. And
so stability is very important. Also, speed is very important, and
yes,
also it sounds like you need to know that nothing's going to get dropped along the way. You're not going to
false positives.
False positive.
Because every false positive you have to go and check by human, and then it's again, it's time consuming and it's not stable.
Right. And am I to understand correctly that you're using basically also, so you're using multi-scanning, and are you also using data sanitization?
We are using data sanitization. Just multi-scanning, I don't need a tool for doing it. You can do it with some free tools. Right. We wanted a tool that would do the sanitization. This is the most important thing.
Right, right.
Just antivirus running on something doesn't give the right effect.
Right. Although I would argue that OPSWAT's...
You're running 30 engines simultaneously, but again,
for you,
when I'm sanitizing, I want to know no script was entered.
Right.
I don't care what the script is, and the fact that antivirus says this is not a malicious script. It's a script. I said
no scripts.
No scripts.
Strip it.
So strip it.
Okay.
So this is our goal.
Right. Right. Okay. So you said you had some other solutions that you were using. They weren't giving you the stability and the speed and the
connectivity to the safe.
Okay. So to the safe. So you decided to evaluate the OPSWAT products.
So we decided to evaluate it. We contact Bulwarks, which is a local integrator, and they proposed it. The whole process was very fast. They came and did in a couple of days the installation, the proof of concept, saying, hey, go ahead, try the system. We took it to penetration tests to make sure, because one of the arguments was, we take a lot of time because we are protecting and stopping and scanning. They don't do it. So I said, okay, let's take a penetration test, go and put the system under stress, put a lot of big files, small files, malicious files, and OPSWAT did a very good job in stopping everything. Because once you remove, then there is nothing to get in.
To get in, right? Okay, okay. So you did this POC. It was a very straightforward POC. It met you had some very clear criteria of what you wanted. It met them very quickly. You saw that it met them, and then you decided to move on with the implementation itself.
It took a bit more time because we already paid for the other product, and it's a bit hard to say, I've invested something, I've worked so hard to make it work, I didn't make it work, but at least I tried.
Right.
And now saying, sorry, we made a mistake, I'm going to switch to another product. It takes a lot of effort and trying more and more to make the other product work before you admit it and say, I've tried, sorry, let's move on and end this saga.
Right. So you have that psychological barrier of saying, let's move on to OPSWAT. You then decide to move on to OPSWAT. You're very happy with the results you're seeing, and you never look back. Is that a fair statement to
never,
make?
Yeah. Meaning, the only regret I have is why didn't they do it sooner?
Sooner. Okay. Okay.
We have spent more than a year fighting with the system, trying to make it
with the old system.
With the old system, we tried to make it work. And we finished all implementation and everything in less than 2 weeks.
The OPSWAT implementation.
The OPSWAT implementation in less
than 2
weeks.
When you say less than 2 weeks, you mean implementing in production?
Production, full production.
Within 2 weeks, you're implementing in production, full production. Okay.
Yes. And then some fine tunings and so on, but that's building the profiles and building. Now, we already had the basic profiles and what we wanted. But there are a lot of functionality that is built into OPSWAT. You can decide that you put in comments, but you don't put track changes, and you put that's in PDF or that's in PPT, a lot of configuration. And this fine-tuning and going over this, the configuration again can take more time.
Because you're trying to optimize it for your specific needs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm saying I have people that just need regular data. I have people that needs to bring installation media inside. You cannot sanitize installation media, like removing scripts and so on, as the same way you sanitize PowerPoint presentation.
Sure, sure. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. And so now how long have you been up and running with the OPSWAT products?
It's since September, so I think it's something like 6 months.
6 months. Okay. Everything's been stable. It's been a good experience.
Yeah.
May I ask you just generally speaking, what kind of volumes of data are we looking at that you process?
We're processing all our email internally.
Okay.
From outside internal, and we process CyberArk vaults, and we also do the processing of external media like disk on keys, CDs, or ISOs, or whatever installation files, or
so any kind of external thumb drives, etc. Yeah. Okay.
And I don't have numbers, so I don't want to get into numbers.
Sure. Okay.
But all the data goes inside the organization, is being sanitized. Also, we use it between moving in internal environment, like you have development environment and production environment, and you need to bring stuff like taking logs from the production environment inside.
Right.
And everything that goes in or out, we, as a rule, sanitize. So we also use the CyberArk safes connected to OPSWAT to do this move of data.
Great, great. Well, listen, it sounds like it's been a very, very a good experience for you. I always like to hear that as a head of customer success. It's nice to hear a success story such as yours. Gadi, thank you very much for taking the time to come talk to us.
Thank you very much for you.
Thank you.